You are watching the 2026 NBA Epitome Game Series, presented by Law Murray, Power Rankings Project Ringmaster at The Athletic. This is where I pick out one game from each team from the last regular season. I am putting the spotlight on the biggest weakness of the 14 teams that missed the playoffs, and the biggest strength of the 16 playoff teams from the regular season. This installment features the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves made the playoffs for the 5th straight season, after making the playoffs only once in the previous 17 seasons. For the 3rd year in a row, Timberwolves won a series without having home court advantage, beating the division rival Nuggets in 6 games, despite Anthony Edwards, Dante DiVincenzo, and Ayo Dosunmu being unable to finish the series. Edwards and Dosunmu were able to return, but the Timberwolves weren't able to make it 3 straight Western Conference Finals appearances, losing in 6 games against the San Antonio Spurs in the West semifinals. The epitome game for the Timberwolves came at Dallas at the end of January, the front end of a back-to-back for both teams. The Timberwolves had a top 10 defense for the 4th year in a row, and they have a strong understanding of what shots they want to prohibit. Isolation defense, Jalen Clark defending Jaden Hardy. There's too many Jalen's in the NBA. We're getting to that point with Jaden's as well. Anyway, Anthony Edwards does a good job of getting out to Caleb Martin's late clock catch and shoot 3-point attempt. Contests, shot is an air ball. Minnesota gets out of that possession. Dwight Powell does a good job actually finding Max Christie after driving Rudy Gobert. But Anthony Edwards, once again, gets out to the corner, contests. The three's missed. Minnesota rebound. Minnesota, they switch the coverage here, and Jan Behringer is on an island against Ryan Nembhard, late clock, but he does a good job contesting, doesn't foul. Nembhard's three is not close. Anthony Edwards gets a defensive rebound. And then I want you to watch this last 2 minutes. Hardy tries to drive Anthony Edwards. Mike Conley leaves Max Christie in the corner to take a charge. Jaden McDaniels gets out to the corner, contests Max Christie's shot, and Anthony Edwards closes with a rebound. The Timberwolves won this game 118 to 105, improving their record to 29-19. The 3 threes the Timberwolves defense allowed was tied for a season low in the NBA this past season. Overall, no defense allowed fewer threes this past season than Minnesota. The Timberwolves made a significant trade, sending out power forwards Julius Randle and Naz Reid, and getting back point guard LaMelo Ball and small forward Josh Green. Dosunmu was re-signed, while DiVincenzo will begin this season rehabbing a torn Achilles. It might be time for Anthony Edwards to make that MVP push, if it's ever going to come. Stay tuned for the next installment of the 2026 NBA Epitome Game Series featuring the Detroit Pistons.